Hey guys, this is Jaegerchere. On today's episode, we're gonna go through Swedes and Incas deck and their new cards. So we're gonna start with Sweden. So here is the new look of your home city. Unfortunately, you cannot customize it like any other European civ. So that is for that. And let's start with the cards. As usual, we go by card type. Here we have the team Fallen Mine. So your whole team get one mine wagon, and then this one the wagon can transform to mine, and then the mine will have 25% gather yield. And then this one is for H1. And then you have two infinite settlers, like any other European civ, infinite times for H1, and then three settlers, and that is all for the settlers. So you don't have like any other European civ. Usually they have settlers for H2 or H3 or H4. So this is all the settlers you can get for when you play with Sweden. And then let's move to resource crates. You have 300 infinite food, 600 food, 700 food, 1000 food, and 1600 foot for H4. And then same goes for the wood crates, same amount. I think this one is like Dutch. You have 600 and 700 wood for H2. Because I played a couple of matches with Dutch, I know they have this. Other European civ, I'm not too sure. And then same goes, okay, so for gold you have 300 infinite gold H1, 600 gold H2, 700 gold H2, and then 1000 gold at H3. So for your H4 you don't have any gold, because usually you can just gather gold with your houses, which is called torps, I think. Let me just double check. Yeah, torps. So yeah, later I'll try to put a gameplay with Sweden also, so you guys can see how the new houses works. Okay, then that is all for the resource crates. Let's remove these. Okay, here we have 7 ships and 1 homestead wagon. Again, last video we checked for French and Germany. They had the same card, 7 infinite ships with 1 homestead wagon. So again I repeat, the homestead wagon is a wagon that can transform to either meal, state, which is the new plantation name, or the what was it called, the livestock. So these 3 options you have, but then you cannot build the state at the H1 and H2. So if you want to use this homestead wagon to build plantation or the state, which is the new name, you have to wait until you get H3, then you can transform the wagon to the plantation. Before that you cannot transform it for to state. So then here we have 15 ships plus 1 homestead wagon, again similar to French and Germany. 7 semi-fattened cow, yeah, 7 semi-fattened cow H2. And then we have this covered wagon. Again, this is the new function. Your town center build limit will increase by 1 H3, and 2 team sergeant and 4 sergeant, and then this card which allows you to build sergeants from church, and then this card is for your explorer card. the passive that it gives is one explorer dog, all damage action 50% and hit point 50%. Okay, and then and this is the advanced balloons, and this one is you get 15 elk, no passive or anything, you just get 15 of them. I don't think it's really worth it unless the map lacks the food and you're playing in a rush game, so I don't think in 3T game or anything like that this will be useful. And here you have discard age 1. It ships 2 fish crates, provides more food over time. This card can be sent infinite times. Okay, this card I haven't tried it, I'm not sure. I suppose it's gonna be on the water, so you have to use your ships to harvest this. That's why. So basically I'm not too sure if it's like resource crates or it's gonna be on water. I haven't tried it yet. Okay, for let's move to next section, the militaries. We have 8 pikes and 10 infinite pikes for H3, then 12 pikes, and also we have 24 pikes for H4. And then we have this new unit for Sweden. These are the mosques of Sweden. They're really powerful, like insanely powerful when they're upgraded. So 8 of them you get at H3, and then infinite 10 of them you get for H4. And then we have 4 hussars for H3, and we have this card for H3. It transforms all your pikes to halberdiers, if I'm not mistaken for the spelling. And then we have this 8 hackapellets H4, and 7 infinite skirmisher H3. I gotta mention the Sweden don't have skirmishers at all, so I'm not sure if these are upgraded skirmishers or what. I'm not too sure. I think they are the basic skirmisher, because it didn't state or mention anything about veteran skirmisher or anything like that. So you get 7 of them infinite time. And then we have 5 hackopellets H3 and 5 leather cannons. These leather cannons is like the Portuguese organs. I mean, the function is more or less like that, but this one is not. It doesn't reflect the damage to the others, so it's just one hole. So it's just like a falconet, but it's very effective against infantry. And we have this card. Okay, let me finish this line, then I remove all this so we don't get confused. And we have this card for H2, increase the hand attack of infantry and cavalry by 15%. We have this card, is the same like that, but this one is for HP. Increase the HP of hand infantry and hand cavalry by 15%. So this one works for these as well. Let me just check the name. Carolines, right? If I'm not mistaken, Carolines. Okay. So because these they are like the Janissaries and the Seafoys, they have swords and guns, just like I explained in the teaser video. So all in all, these 2 cards stack with the Hussar, Pikes, and then the Carolines. And we have this Team Heavy Infantry hit point. This one works on your pikeman, and your Carolines. For other units it doesn't work. I I suppose for the halberdiers it also work, but you cannot train halberdiers from your barracks, so it's just this card. So after you get this card, then basically all your pikes transform to halberdiers, and you cannot upgrade them or anything. Just like this, the one I explained for skirmisher. Okay, then we done with the first line. Okay, second line. So you get your Carolines inflict more damage with the range attack, especially to cavalry. Oh, actually, okay, this is the new game. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought this one is this for a moment. Okay, so one range attack to against cavalry, you see all of them are increased, but then it's just 0.6 to uh, infantry, which is the coyote runners. And I think it's also the Incas cavalry type unit, because Incas also don't have cavalry, it's just all infantry, but they have something like the coyote runners. I don't know their name. Okay, so also in the last three line you see the range attack damage increased by 10% also. So then we go to this one, two leather cannons H2, 5 hussars H3, 8 hussars H4, 4 infinite dragoons H3. I gotta mention you don't have dragons with Sweden, so this card is just I think is base dragon, same like the skirmisher, so you can just send them. If in case you wonder what is the equivalent unit for the dragon in Sweden, is the Hecapelids. They are the ranged cavalry. And then we have 4 Hecapelids for H3, 8 crossbows H2, 3 horse arc H4, 16 Carlins H4, 9 Carlins H3. And then we have this card, increase the hit point of your hussars and Hecapelids H4, 5 grenadiers, 9 grenadiers. The 5 is for H3, and then this one is H4. And then we have this card. This card, after you get this, the name of your leather cannon will change to light cannon, I think. Light gun carriage, yeah. Oh, sorry. The name will change to infantry guns. So when you get this, the train time for training this unit will decrease by 15%. So basically, this one is a train time for this this type of unit. And of course, we have the 2 falconets for H3. Okay, let's remove all this. Then we move to third line. 2 falconet, 2 covering H4, 1 falconet and 1 covering H4. Actually, they have so many artillery option if you see. And then discard for H3, same like what we discussed for French and Germany. And then we have discard. I haven't tried it in action yet, but the stats are really interesting. So it says gives all artillery except mortar a devastating close range attack against unit. So this means when you are using artillery, and then for example uh, an enemy unit, either cavalry or any infantry, get close to them, their attack increased. You can see the stat on the last 5 line. It says for all of them, it says enables bombard action, attack action. So this one I'm not too sure how it's gonna work in the game. Have to try and see, but it's really interesting. Okay, and then we have 3 mortars H4, 2 team mortars H4, 2 heavy cannons H4, and then we have discard, which is quite nice. Team increase the combat of all range cavalry by increasing their speed and range. So when you send this, also it affects the eagle runners. So you get 5% attack, 5% speed for your either eagle runners if you have them in your team, or also for your range cavalry. All of the range cavalry increase speed by 5, and also their line of sight increased by 1, and also attack range increased by 1. Actually, this can be really good if you combine it with the Aztec eagle runners, because they have the upgrade card where their range increase. So this can be really useful for them if you have them in your team. Okay, and here we have this card increase the line of sight and range of Carolines and Hecapelids. So the increasement is add 4 to the range attack, and then actually for the Carolines it's 4 to the range attack and 4 to the line of sight, but for the Hecapelids is 1 to range attack and 1 to line of sight. And then we have this card, the all artillery takes 1 less population. So this can be really useful if you're gonna use lots of artillery in the game. And then we have this card, the Grenadiers and Carolines hit point increase by 25%, both of them. Oh wait, and also they set armor type to range. Okay, so they have, oh, only for Carolines. Okay, I thought for Grenadiers as well. So it didn't state how much armor, but I think, I'm not sure how much. Actually, they usually state how much armor, but I'm not sure why they didn't mention it here. Okay, next one. This one I tried it. This one is really fun. Your mortars can now attack enemy units. So imagine having your mortars in the long range, and then they can attack the buildings, and also they can attack the enemy units. It's really fun and used to, I mean, it's fun, and really it could be useful if you're playing in Orinoco or something like that. It can be really fun to use. And then we have, of course, this card where your grenadiers get the launchers, and this card is really useful for Sweden because they have the improvement for artilleries, especially for grenadiers. So this card is good for them. But still, I think for Ottoman and also for Brits, I think their grenadier is gonna be so OP. And then we have this card. All hussars transform to Hecaplates and enable Hecaplates to be trained in the commerce age, because basically you cannot train the plates before at age 2, so after age 3 you can just build them. But if you get Discord, your hussars will transform to plates, and you can train the plates from your stable. And we have Discord. Discord actually is, I'm not sure if it's gonna be useful or not. I read it, then explain to you why. So hussars and plates move faster and attack more quickly while using the tramplate mode stance and have more hit points. Okay, so because when you set your cavalry on the trample mode, they take more damage to them. So that's why I'm not sure if the 15% HP is gonna be enough for them or no. But then the good part is their rate of fire will reduce when you set them on the trample mode. But still, I'm not sure if it's gonna be worth to take this card. And okay, let's move to the next section. This one is finished. Okay, this one is your troops now spawn blueberry bushes instead of berry bushes, because when you build your houses for Sweden, which is called troops, they spawn blueberry bushes, I think, right? Yeah, they spawn blueberry bushes, and then those bushes are like they automatically generate food from them, and also whatever resources that are near them except the hunts, they automatically generate from those resources. So this one, when you use this, it says because the blueberry bushes, they have more food compared to the berry bushes, and it also gathers twice quickly by the turps. And then this one is H1, and then we have discard for H3. Each turps spawn one berry bushes. I'm not sure if this one is a good idea to use, but have to try and see like on how effective they are, because by the time you get to H3, usually you should have all your houses, or which is called turps with Sweden. It's like playing with English, sorry, British, where you usually build all your houses to get your extra one villager. So these are like that. The houses generates resources which is 100% useful for you, either in treaty matches, or either for rush or turtle, or whatever strategy you're running. Okay, so next, this one we have the engineering school, which reduced the train time for your artillery. As I mentioned in the last video, this card is nerfed by 10%. Last time in the last game, this card reduced the train time for artillery by 40%. Now it's 30%. And then we have this card. And so when you get this, oh, actually they nerfed this card compared to the beta version. So when you get this card, now your houses generates when you build your houses near a coin mine, they generate 150% more quickly from mines. In the beta version, I think it was either 200% or 300%. I'm not too sure. I think it was 300%. I'm not really sure. And then we have this card, delivers 4 torps wagon, and torps become stronger. They can receive home city shipments and gather from crates. Okay, and then you see at the bottom 30% hit point. This can be useful for a rush game, especially because you're gonna just spam your torps around the mines all over the map, and then imagine you're sending a unit shipment and then enemies attacking your troops, then you can instantly set the shipment point to there. It's really useful. And then these 3 cards I mentioned already in the previous videos, nothing is changed. And this card again I mentioned, the hit point is reduced by 30%. This card, still like the all European Civ, you get 50% all damage action for on your town center, and also you can call out the Minuteman for second time. Here, same like all other European Civ and most of the Civs, 60% hit point for villager. 2 infinite outpost H2, 3 outpost H3, 40% hit point for all your building. And then this card where it's automatically improve your fort or outpost for free to the maximum level. And I mentioned already in the previous video, this card is really useful for a rush game because you don't want to waste your resources for the upgrade of your tower or your fort. And then we have this card. This is a really interesting card. After you get this, other than the fact that you get one fort wagon that you can construct it, even if the enemy destroyed that fort, you can rebuild the fort again with your explorer. And also after sending this card, you can build outpost with your explorer as well. It's really a fun card to use. And then we have this card, ships fort to your colony. Okay, this is like the old card, send a fort and increase the build limit to 1. This card is interesting. Okay, ships a fort again to your colony, allowing you to construct a mighty fort. Okay, fighting nearby your fort now cause soldiers to yield twice as many experience points. So this card can be really useful in a rush game if you want to like turtle in one place, or also I think in King of the Hill this can be useful because you're gonna protect one point and then just gather more XP with by the time you're killing any unit, so then you can send more shipments to your fort. This can be really fun to use. I'm not sure if okay now okay sorry, I thought this card is just for a specific fort, but then it says fighting nearby your forts, which means all of your fort, so it doesn't matter which fort you're fighting near. Okay, that is good. And then this card will increase the build limit of your outpost and also increase the hit point by 25%. This one you can ignore the blockhouse because the blockhouse is only for Russians. So that is that. Oh, so many cards I forgot to remove. Okay, let's remove. On here we have 40% train time for infantry, and this one 40% train time for cavalry. And here we have this church upgrade. Later I'll show you what upgrades you can get from the church. And then this card is the advanced meal, same like before. And then you have this card, team 1 troop wagon. So after you send this, your whole team gets one of these, where they can they place it near a resource. They can automatically gather resources from them, and also they get +10 population when they build. It's just like a normal house, but with the advantage of gathering resources. I mean, it's just one, but I mean, if you take in mind the passive for your whole team, it's useful. And then advanced market, same like before, 20% for all. And then advanced state, which is, I mean, in the last game, this one called advanced plantation, I think. And then advanced dock. This one gives all damage action of dock 50%. And then heal work rate for ships 100%. And then your train time also reduced by 33%. And then we have these factory cards, same like before, nothing new. And we have this card, you can train cows from your livestock. And then we have the spy cards, which I don't usually use unless you're playing, I think deathmatch. This card is useful, but I don't play often. And then we have this card. So after you send this card, your houses will spawn one Carolines. I mean, wherever they are, they spawn one Carolines. I'm not sure if it's a good card, but have to wait and see what strategy gonna use this. But I mean, one Caroline is not enough. Imagine if you're having 20 houses and then spend this to just get 20 Carolines. It's not, in my opinion, it's not efficient. And then we have this card, Team Engineering School. All the artillery cards, all your team artillery increase train time by decrease train time by 15%. This one will stack with your own, so if you get both of these, this one is 30%, this one is 15%, so overall you get 45% decrease. But this one, for the heavy cannon, where you get from the factories, it's 10% CD, sorry, 10% faster, and then plus this is 15%. Yeah, so overall, if you're gonna produce heavy cannon from factory, you get 15% train time reduced. Okay, let's move to next section. New method. Okay, so gather work rate for whales, only whales, 35%, H1. Gather work rates for fish and whales, 25%. Gather work rate for fish and whale, 30%. Boats, fishing boats are cheaper, so the costs are reduced by 20 wood, and also their train time reduced by 40%. Okay, and here we have the normal wood cutting card, 15% on the gather rate and also 15% yield. This one only 20% gather rate, same like French and Germany. Discard 20% faster from mine, and this one 20% gather yield, also 20% gather work rate. This one is age 1, this one is age 2. And then we have this normal royal mint card, and this one I go through it later. And then all these are basically the same like before, and this one is 1.5 trinkle when you send the card, and this one 20% for hunted animals and also 10% gather yield. And this one 15% reduced of cost and train time for villager. This one is the same for all the save, it's the new card. And then these are the coin gathering from plantation, or the state is the new name for the plantation in the game. This one is same like the old card, 65% reduced building on building. And then this card also same, the wood cost and build time reduced for the mills and plantations. And we have this card, one infinite copper mine. So this can be useful in the late game because okay, let me explain this slightly. Imagine you having this 100%, 150% gather rate from coin for your houses, and then imagine the coin run out by the time by the time I think you get to age 4, usually the coin run out, so the coin will be gone from the house. And then after you send this, you can just build this within the houses, and then you still can gather coin automatically from them. It's like passive gathering. And then we have discard 2 copper mines for H3, and then discard 3 copper mine for H4. And then discard, it says all existing troops spawn at 3 and allows troops to gather wood from further away trees. Okay, I'm not sure if this is effective or not because it doesn't have any multiplier or anything. You can just build your torps in middle of trees, bunch of trees, or even even if you really need trees and you don't want to spend time on cutting it and just get some automatic gathering, you can just remove the one that finished the trees that you already built, and then build the torps near another tree. Okay, let's move to the last section for Sweden. Okay, so you get 22s of Cherokees for 1000 H4, 1 infinite caravel, 2 caravels, 1 galleon, 6 Mamluk infinite times for 1000 coin, and then 6 Highlanders, 8 Swiss pike, and 4 I always get problem with the spelling of this name, Hardcube user, I think, I'm not sure. Infinite time, this one for 2000 coin, and then this one same like the all other Europeans, one of them for H3. This one 25% hit point and action for ships, 1 infinite monitors. This one is same like Germany's card, 1 team monitor. And where is this? Oh, okay, so you send this, it send 1 galleon plus 1 frigate. Okay, this one is okay. This card I haven't tried. I'm not sure how it's gonna work. So deliver one frigate, and frigates and galleons return 20% of their coin cost when sunk by an enemy unit. So I'm not sure how to react for that, and also it delivers one frigate. So I think this can be useful for a free for all match or water matches where you gonna need the coins somehow to maintain the your resources. But I don't think it's really that much of a work. And then this card is completely reworked. I explained it already in the previous video. And then we have this German mercenary contract card. This is a must card for a pretty match, because you will be able to train the German mercenaries, which are the uh, Land Snatch and also the Jaegers and Black Riders, from your barracks, stables, and also from the galleons. And also you get the plus 20% HP and all damage action for the mercenaries, which includes the Jaegers and I mean all of them, plus your saloons mercenaries. And then we have this 12 Swiss pike H3, 4 of these, 4 Fusiliers, 9 Highlanders, 7 Black Raiders, 10 Jaegers. Oh wait. Okay, so this is new. So after you send this card, I mean either of these mercenaries, you will be able to train them from the salon. So it doesn't matter if the map allows you to build this specific type of mercenaries from the saloon. For example, after you get the French Fusiliers, you will be able to train them from the saloon. That is interesting. Okay, here we have this card, same like the old cards. You get the coin cost for these reduced, and we have these 2 pirate ships. I don't usually use them. 4 of them and 2 for your team. And then we have the Downsfall, which is still like the old version of the game, like the previous Age of Empires 3. And we have 9 Crepe allies, infinite times, H2, and then 13 Cherokees for H4. Actually, this cost is not bad. 9 of them for 500. I mean, in terms of cost-wise, it's not bad, but I'm not sure. I think I prefer this card. Oh yeah, I think this card is better because this card only delivers the Caribs, but then this card also improves the Cherokees as soon as you send them. You see on the last 2 lines it says the warrior society's improvement is set to active, and also the champion's Cherokee is set to active. So that is all regarding the cards for Sweden, but let me just show you the upgrade that you get for the church card. So the upgrade is somewhere here. Yeah, here. Okay. So firstly, this is one of the upgrades. 1500 food. You get 16th of I'm not. Oh, okay. It's veteran halberdier. Okay. This one is the Dutch pikeman. Yeah, it's those, and then you get after this one is another card for your church card. So you get 10% infantry speed, but then hand infantry, sorry, 10% hand infantry speed, and also, but then when you use this card, there is a downside where your hand infantry build time reduced by 15%. I'm not sure if this affect the Carolines, because they are also ranged unit, but when you set them to hand attack, they will be hand infantry. So I'm not sure if this one affects that or not. And then you have this nice card, ships 6 Jaegers and teach them to use stealth and other techniques for extra hit points. So basically it doesn't give them stealth, but then it gives them 10% more HP for the Jaegers. So all in all, the Sweden is like the mercenary civ. So if you're gonna play with Sweden, you have to use the mercenaries to be more effective and have more impact on the game. Okay, let's move to Inca. Okay, so regarding the Inca, it's this is the home cities look, and then let's move for the cards. We have 8 villagers, and then for age, this one is for age 3. So on age 1, age 2, you don't get any villager. Actually, this can be really annoying, because on the early stage of the game you don't have the train time for your villager, and they're gonna be so slow to come out. And then you have 12 villager, another villager part for age 4. Aside from these 2 cards, you don't have any other villager card. And let's move on the food crates. You have 300 food crates, infinite time, 700 food crates age 2, 300 wood crates age 1, and 600 infinite woods for age 2, 1000 wood for age 3, 1600 for age 4, sorry. And then you have this card, 1200 infinite wood for age 4. This is a must card for if you're gonna play a 3-team match, because the Incas unit heavily need the wood, and most of them cost wood for the production. And so this one is a must card, because in the late game you will run out of wood eventually. And then you have 300 infinite coin, 700 coin, and that is all regarding the food resource crates. Okay, this card enables, okay, send 24 of these dogs and improve them in combat, allows you virtue. Okay, so basically this is like all of the warchief civs, they have a pet that their explorer or their warchief can train. So for Inca is Chiribaya dogs, if I'm not mistaken. So they can train them, and you get 30% hit point increase for these dogs at age 4. Other than that, you have this card, 3 of these for your whole team. Okay, so it doesn't have any active stat. This one. Okay, so this card, after you get it, your war chief will be able to train them, but you don't get any extra stat for them. And then you have this card, increase the effectiveness of llamas to the community. Set the community plaza worker weight to 0.5 for the llamas. This is a must card for a treaty match. Then we have this 4 villagers, 1 town center Travis. This one is H3. 1 team priestess. And these priestess are the unit that can convert your enemy unit to you. So this one is H2. One of these priestess, infinite time for H1. 4 of these for H4, infinite again. 2 of these for H2. And then we have this card, improves the speed and hit point of your war chief. His leadership aura now also slightly improves native warrior attack. Okay, so after you get this, your war chief can increase the attack of your native warriors, H1. And then this card greatly increases the damage of your war chief, who inflicts damage area and gains swashbuckler attack. Okay, these are some nice multiplier. All damage action by 500%. That is huge. Okay, this is a nice card. 2 infinite llamas, H1. 4 llamas, H2. 6 llamas, H3. And 2 semi-fattened llamas for H2. Oh, okay, this one is filled. I forgot to go line by line. Okay, and I have to mention, if for your community plaza, you can use the llamas, but their effectiveness is lesser than your villager. But I mean, they can work pretty well, but the amount of stat that they give, it won't be the same as the amount that your villager gives. Ships 2 villagers, 200 wood and 2 llamas. Oh, okay, this one is for your whole team. This can be useful. And then this card improves the strength and train time of your priestess and allows them to gather treasure and resource crates. Okay, I'm not sure if this one is really good card. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, let's go to next section. Here we have, for H1 you have this card greatly increase the line of sight and speed of Chasquis, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So this unit is the unit that you get with your explorer. It's like a scouting unit, but it also can build trade posts and also can help you to get your to kill your treasure guardians. They're really effective, but I gotta say, they run so fast, so they can walk the whole map so quickly, but their hit point is really low. Okay, then we have 6 of these Chimu runners. I think this one, yeah, this one is the equivalent coyote runners or the hand cavalry of Inca, because it says good against skirmishers and artillery. Yeah, and then 9 of them for H3, 16 of them H4, 13 of them H4. We have this card, Jungle Bowman and Shimmer Runners can use stealth without speed reduction. Wait, actually, if the Jungle Bowman can, I didn't notice this card. If the Jungle Bowman can attack the enemy without being spotted, I mean without breaking their stealth, this can be really annoying. Okay, this card have to try and see. And then we have this card, Auraka, Bolas Warrior, Jungle Bowman, all damage action by 15%. And then we have Plumbed Spearman, good against cavalry and building, same like the I think it's Puma Spearman for the Aztec. And then 5 of them for H2, 15 for H4. Okay, and then we have this Jungle Bowman. They are really good with the range attack. They also have poison attack, which is kind of unique for this game because we never had any unit that have damage over time attack. So 8 of them for H3, 6 in H4, 13 H4. And then we have this Bolas Warrior, which we already know how they work and how they look. Good against cavalry. For this one, 7 of them H3. Okay, let me remove these lines. Okay, 13 of them H4. Infinite 6 of them for H3. 3 Maceman for H3. Good against building, cavalry, and anything within range. So these are really good for destroying buildings. They can destroy very fast. They're kind of like the rams. I mean if the sound effect feels more or less the same. And then 7 of these for H4. And then we have this card, a projectile, all action damage plus 25%. If you see the description also say Jungle Bowman soak their arrows in cover to double the poison's duration of effect and increase its damage. So overall is 25% increased damage for the Jungle Bowman. And then we have these cards, Hurakas, I think if I'm not mistaken, good against artillery and building. They have a range attack, but it's not, their range is not as much as the Aztec longbows. And then we have this card, Hurakas, Bolas Warrior, Jungle Bowman, plus 50% HP. And then, sorry, we have this card for H3, Plum Spearman, War Chief, Maceman, Chimo Runners, all get plus 15% HP and attack. Okay, this is like the first card I see. It's stacked with your War Chief and also your units. It's kinda nice to see. And then 7 Hurakas for H3, 11 of them infinite time for H4. And then discard the road building, which we already know how it works, to 15% speed for land military. And then discard, which we already know as well, infantry, shock infantry, and cavalry train time reduced by 45%. And then we have this card, team infantry, civilian, move faster. Okay, so all of them get plus 5% speed. And then there is this card, is the revolution card. So after you get this, all your units, I'm not sure if I tried it once. I'm not sure if the villagers do that as well. I'm actually lost. I think the villagers also changed. I'm not too sure. But I suppose they changed. But even though if you get this card, you still will be able to build villagers from your town center, and I think you still can go to Imperial. Okay, let's remove all this. Okay, 2 town center. Okay, this card is really dumb. You get this, you get plus 2 build limit for your town center. That is huge. I mean, it's like kind of like the Portuguese, because they have a few other options like this. I'll show you later. And then these cards, still the same. This card is a must if you play with Inca, because native warriors are less expensive and you can train them faster. Oh, sorry, you can train more of them. So it's like 2 cards combined to one. And then we have this card, 3 Tambu Travis. Delivers 3 trading post Travis. These are the trading posts. They cost, I think, 250 wood for Inca only, because they can automatically attack the nearby units, and they can upgrade as well. And then we have this native warrior, 20% attack and HP, and all Native American allies improve to champion level. Okay, advanced tambus. Okay, trading post would cost 40% decrease, hit point 30% increase. Okay, bonds between you and your native tribe let you train villager from your NBC. This one is like any other warchief civ. All of them, they have this. This card is nice, really nice. Is a must card if you playing treaty, because after you get this card, you can train Caribs, Mapuche, and Zapotecs from your native NBC. And also the funny part is you can upgrade them as well. So it's like you're building inside the trade post and you can get all the upgrades. Actually, not all the upgrades, just the the 2 upgrades which allows them to go to champion level. But it's really nice card, really nice card. You get some warhounds Travis, plus warhounds get more HP, H2. This one is really effective in a rush game. If you see my last video, the Inca rush, I used this card. It was really effective, even though the enemy didn't get to attack my warhounds, but they were good. 3 builder Travis, infinite time. So this builder Travis, you can transform it to whatever you want. 5 builder Travis, H4. The town ceremony. Okay. The name is changed from townlands to town ceremony. You have to bear in mind. And then 40% HP for your building. 25% HP for the castle warhods. So in case of Inca, you have warhods. So 25% HP for them, and also 6 build limit for them. And then we have this interesting card. Okay, let me remove these so we don't get confused. We have this interesting card. The high ground of Inca building grant them additional line of sight and attack range. So 15 line of sight is huge. and also 5 to attack range, maximum attack range. This card is huge. Imagine combining this card with this card, which we get to it later. Okay, we have this advanced farm, advanced market, advanced dock. Okay, the dock is like the one I already explained with Sweden. And then we have this card. Palankas get more hit points, build faster and cost no coin, increase build limit. Okay, so I'm not sure if this gonna be useful or not. I have to see. Then we have this card. Walls get times 2 hit point, so your walls hit point will increase by 100%. Age 1. You get 1 castle Travis, and your build limit for your castle will increase. In case if you don't know, you can build castles with your war chief. I think the limit is 2 if I'm not mistaken, so after you get this it will be 3. Villagers hit point and armor increase, 50% hit point plus 0.3 armor. And then discard all the improvement for war hunt and tamboos. Also, I think the castle will automatic. Yes, stronghold, yeah. Yeah, sorry, this one is stronghold. I mistakenly said castle. So this one is a new building, so it's specially limited for Inca. It's more or less like the fort, but it's unique. 2 builder Travis and discard. Town center all damage action 35%, building hit point 45%. And then at last we have this nasty card. War huts and stronghold can use stealth. How dumb can this be? Come on. Okay, I haven't tried it in action yet, but I've seen some gameplays within the community. It was really nice, and I think it could be annoying as well. So I highly suggest you, if you're gonna play, just try it for the fun part. Okay, I have one very sad news as well for the Aztec lovers. Unfortunately, this town dance, which was town dance, now is town ceremony. It doesn't increase your wall hit point anymore. So for the Aztec, with all the upgrades for your building that you get, with this card that you have also for Aztec, your wall hit point will be, I think, 8,000 if I'm not mistaken. But then for Inca, your wall hit point I think will be around 11,000. I think last time I played it was around this amount. So for Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition, Inca have the highest hit point wall among all other civ, and that amount is 11,000. So this one doesn't affect the walls anymore. That is the sad news for Aztec players who just played so annoyingly. Okay, actually I am part of those people as well. Okay, 1 farm Travis. Okay, let me remove all this. Okay, 1 farm Travis, 2 farm Travis, 3 farm Travis, 25% fish and whale, minus 20 wood cost for fishing boats and 40% trade time, 20% on cutting, so they don't have any other wood cutting option other than this, so you gotta be aware of how you spending your wood, because all your units, mostly I think 80% of your units need wood, so just keep that in mind. 15% from meal, 20%, right? No, 50% again for meal, uh 15% from hunted animal, 8% gather yield, 20% berry bushes, and 10% gather yield for bushes. Okay, and train time and cost for villager. This card is only train time, so it's same like before, only this one is different. And then this one, build faster. This one, all the farm and state upgrades are free, but still you have to build them and upgrade them. I don't think it's automatically upgrading. Yeah, same like the old game. So, and discard all special bottom, special upgrades, cost reduced, same like the old game. And then we have this Chimu metallurgy, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Villager gather coin from mines faster and mines last longer. This one is also the upgrade that we used to get from the Incas trade post. Same like that. Nothing is changed, nothing is new. Now this card is useful. So when you play with Inca, you usually want to get as many as trade posts as possible, because firstly they give you map control, which your trade posts can attack the enemy unit automatically. And also, you after you get this card, they automatically also generate XP, as you can see. And then we have this nice looking card. If in case you don't know, the Incas houses, they produce food automatically, so it's 0.5 food for each second, and you can build 15 houses maximum. And after you get this card, your food per each house will be one. So let's say you have all of your houses, 15 of them, and you have this card upgraded, you will be automatically generate 15 food per second. That is huge. And then we have this card, villager fishing boats, gather from animals, 20% faster. Okay, nothing special, no gather yield, just 20% faster for animals, and also herded animals. Okay, so this can be useful for the, what was it called, since you're using the llamas in your market plaza, so when they're just walking around there, they eventually get fattened. So I think you can just uh, use them and gather food from them, and then replace them with a new one, because you can build the llamas from your meals. So just keep that in mind. This can be a good strategy. And then we have this card, 20% increase gather rate for meal states, and also your build rate will increase by 75%. Okay, that is good. And then we have discard. So when you send discard, it can be sent infinite times. all your food will exchange the same amount to coin. So it's not like the French fair trade or India's fair trade, so you get the greater amount. This one is same amount. Let's say you have 10,000 food. When you send this, that 10,000 food will transform to 10,000 coin. Same amount, nothing extra. Okay, last part. Armed fisherman. So after you get this, your fishing boat will have 10% HP. Enable siege damage action. Okay. Enable range attack. Okay. And 33% line of sight. That is good. But I don't assume the Incas have other than two boat type. I think one is this one. Yeah, one is this one, the Chinka raft, which is like the caravels, and then the other is the fishing boat. Okay, warships have more range. Okay, 2 range and all damage action 15%. That is good. 25% hit point and damage action. And then of course the water ceremony. 11 road relos for 500. 24 road relo 1000. 15 infinite tappies. 2p, sorry, I always mistake by tappy. Okay, 15 2p ally for 1000 gold. 14 of them age 3 for 500. Okay, that is dumb. I mean, cost wise, 14 of them. The only good point is this one upgrade to champion level, and also you can send multiple times. Okay. 10 infinite Mapuches. In case if you don't want, I gotta say you don't want to take this card, because when you use this card, you can train them from your native embassy. So this one is you can neglect this card if you're using that card. And then 10 Mapuche allies. Okay, 6 of them, infinite times, 500 coin. And then 10 infinite Jesuit allies. Okay, good against cavalry. Okay, these are like the dragons, I think. And 10 of them for H4 also have 750. 8 lancers for 600. 12 lancers for 1000. Discord, I gotta say, Discord is a must for either treaty or rush game, because without this card, your town center limit, without this card you won't get the maximum pop, which is 200. So without this card, your pop is, I think, 191. Even if you get the town center uh, from your cards or your contracts, so this card is a must. So keep that in mind. And then of course these upgrades, 1500 H4. Okay, let me remove all these. 1500. The cost for the food 10% decrease. For the coin also 10% decrease. This one you get 5 line of sight and 5 siege attack maximum range. Okay, this is good. You get this, you get 30% hit point for your warship, and then you get this, you get 20% hit point for your Chimu runner. The Bolos warrior, you get 20% attack. Okay, oh, this one is hand attack. Okay, their melee attack increased by 25%, and also add 1 to hand cavalry melee. Okay, all of these are melee. So basically their melee attack against cavalry will increase. Okay. Plum spearman, hand attack, fire rate. Okay, this is good. Cover mode, defend mode, melee mode. Okay. So their fire rate will increase. This is nice. And then this one, when you send all damage action 3.5 against mercenary. Wow, that is huge. I mean, the Incas can be a good counter to Sweden. Add 15 to all damage action, add 5 to build limit, and 50% hit point, and enable stealth action. Wait, what? Stealth action? Wow. Okay, nice. Okay, add 1. Improve their bonus damage against heavy infantry. Okay, so all of their damage will increase against the heavy infantry, either melee or long range, volley, stagger, defend, all of them. Okay. This card, I'm not sure if it's good, but it looks nice. All support and mercenary cards cost less and arrive faster. That is really nice. Research point reduced by 50%. So I think you'll, after sending this card, you will get each card within within 22 seconds, I think, around that time. And then we have this card and 7 Maya ally, infinite time. And we have this, allows Chinkarafs to train ship. This is nice. Chinkarafs and fishing boats move fast, like, oh, okay, and take less time to train. Okay, if you're playing a water map, this is a must. This is a must. So all of the water upgrades are a must for a water map, because they have only 2 type of boats, so you gotta use them wisely. So that is all about Incas cards. Just now I remembered I missed one card for Sweden, which is this card. I said I explain later, but I forgot. So when you send this card, it's like the fair trade, but then this card is opposite of fair trade, where it transform all your coins and exchange it for greater amount of food. So it's like opposite of fair trade. Change the coin for a greater amount of food. So yeah, that is all, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you find some useful information, especially one of the subscriber asked for the new CIVS cards. So these were all the details. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and stay tuned for the upcoming videos and upcoming gameplays, and see you guys next time in the next video.